Never been around selfish people. I live in a military corridor that maintains philanthropy, so I'm surrounded by selfish people, and it has a real bad effect on good people. Okay, and I always told you guys, uh, Gabe and Mike's dad's a good guy. He tries real hard to be a good guy. We all have human flaws and frailties and weaknesses and stuff, but he always tries hard to be a good guy, and he's really strong. Okay, and Elijah and Isaac's and Jordan's dad, tries to be a good example and really strong and be very positive. Okay, they're good guys. All right, about to cry. My brother-in-laws are good guys. Okay, my sister's married well. Okay, sitting there watching the basketball game, and I'm watching some of these kids, and I used to play sports, and some of the biggest assholes are real good at sports, right? Like Kobe Bryant comes to mind, right? And they can just, and you hear Charles and uh, fucking Shaq argue all the time about what's great and all that, and you're like, shut up! I beat both your asses, and then have you ask permission to get up and go to the bathroom? Shut up, Davey. Okay, Goliath, now shut the fuck up. I got Lord's Prayer to administer here. And so you be sitting there watching these people. I like this number one kid on Texas State. I'm North Texas. I'm watching North Texas because I call it the Zach Holohan School. Zach's a good kid. He had a big crush on my Natalie, who didn't. Lots of people have crushed on Natalie. And he's a real good cousin to Amy's kids, I was up on the roof listening to music, and At 17 came on, which reminds me of Miami and some of her daughters. Natalie, not Natalie, but the way the other girls are treated sometimes, yes. Natalie was one of the ones that they, here at the middle school of all the NASA sex predators through home invasion, you're too attractive to be hanging out with them. And Natalie used to hang out with and protect a lot of the kids that were homosexual or different, that were abused by all the popular jerky assholes. It's a pervasive culture. When you have a manipulative, aggressive culture, it screws things up and it makes people out of whack because, when you have too many eyes in a house studying you, what do you do when you see someone as a monkey and you study him and it turns out the monkey is like way more intelligent than you? That's what happened when the U.S. Government took me to Sierra Vista and said, "We've been watching you." It's like, oh, fuck. I know. When I was making my lunch here, I'm sitting there and Jesus reminds me, he goes, "You did ask for this, Earl. You asked to protect the children. You didn't ask to be abused. Okay. But you said when I was a kid, you told me about the nuclear weapons, and I said, you're the guy who's going to help me. And then when you were 13 and dimming, you said, I'm not going to ask what Jesus has done for me. I'm going to ask what I can do for Jesus Christ. So you asked for this from the time you were 13. Yeah, but I was stupid, Jesus. I'm just kidding around. But so it's funny. But he's like, we were sitting there watching angry people. One of the kids, I like this Scott kid on North Texas. I like his body language and the way he engages his teammates. And he just has a very enthusiastic, kind demeanor about him, the way he plays basketball. I like him. You can just tell by their body language, the way they engage their teammates. And you can tell his teammates like him. And he's a good rim protector. He's a good defender, and he's very encouraged every time something good happens for his teammates. He's always clapping and going up to him, and he's just very encouraging. Seems like a real good kid. I like the Scott kid for North Texas. I like his body language a lot. Yeah, so hopefully he's a nice. I met lots of nice kids that played for Marvin Menzies. I was up on the roof today. I think I miss Marvin's kids, and I hate the portal. We had lots of guys transfer because things didn't work out, like Harold Givens, who I liked, and Sidney Nadir and stuff. But it happens because things just don't work out. But at least they're still trying to live a life. I'll be back.